hearing on the bills. One of the bills seeks to amend the constitution to increase the number of jurisdictions over civil and criminal matters in Abuja. Gamawa emphasized the 10th House resolve to promote equal and affordable access to justice for all residents, regardless of background or social status. Away from that, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Netanyahu Yilwadda, has emerged as the new national chairman of the All Progressives Congress APC, following his nomination and election by members of the National Executive Committee NEC of the party. The chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, Governor Hope Uzodinma, nominated him for the position, and the motion was seconded by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Abbas Tajuddin. Reports say his emergence is coming at a time when the APC is battling to consolidate its hold on power at the federal level and in some states, which recently defected to the ruling party. The 56-year-old Yilwadda takes over from Abdullahi Ganduje as the chairman of the party after the latter resigned from the position in June, citing personal reasons.
Hi, your name?
I, Professor Nentawe Goshoyi,
Do solemnly affirm.
Do solemnly affirm
That I shall be faithful.
That I shall be faithful.
And bear true allegiance.
And bear true allegiance.
To the All Progressive Congress.
To the All Progressive Congress.
That as national chairman.
That as national chairman.
Of All Progressive Congress.
Of All Progressive Congress.
I will discharge my duties.
I will discharge my duty.
To the best of my ability.
To the best of my ability.
Faithfully.
Faithfully.
And in accordance with the Constitution. And in accordance with the Constitution.
And in accordance with the Constitution of the party.
And always in the interest.
And always in the interest.
Of the integrity.
Of the integrity.
Solidarity.
In a separate development, the federal government has elevated flood prevention to a national security priority, with the unveiling of a new anticipatory action framework on floods to move disaster response from reactive to early coordinated responses. As for early action, a consolidated budget for flood response. It aims to build resilience in states and communities prone to seasonal floods. Speaking during the official submission of the draft framework and consolidated budget by the Anticipatory Action Task Force at the Presidential Villa Abuja, the Vice President Kashim Shettima said Nigeria must now believe in science and pursue a roadmap for disaster prevention. Embark State Commissioner of Police Baba Mohammed Azari on Wednesday, on behalf of the Inspector General of Police, presented checks of 37,080,296 naira, 36 kobo, to 34 families of police officers who lost their lives while serving their country, Nigeria. The event took place at the Akwa Ibom State Police Headquarters, Ikot Afanabia. Also had in attendance other senior police officers, family members of the deceased officers, and journalists. Speaking during the event, Azari said the checks were in appreciation of their support to the police force while alive. He also promised to maintain their legacy and continue to show support to the family they left behind. He prayed for their souls to continue to rest in peace.
And women answered the call to serve and protect, placing their lives on the line so that others may live in peace and security. Their courage, dedication, and sacrifice will never be forgotten. Though we cannot bring them back, it is our moral institutional responsibility to stand by the families they have left behind. Today, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Inspector General of Police, we present these checks of 37,280,296 naira, 36 kobo, to 34 beneficiaries of the insurance scheme. These checks, as a token of our appreciation, support, and continued commitment to their legacy. We understand that no amount of money can replace the loss of a loved one, but we hope it serves as a symbol of our shared grief, our gratitude, and our promise that their sacrifice was not in vain.
Come to the Akwa Ibom State Police Command for identification and collection of their stolen items. This was also made known by the State Commissioner of Police, Baba Azare, when he conducted journalists on inspection of the stolen items, stating that the inspected items, which included generators, televisions, refrigerators, speakers, washing machines and lots of other household items, were recoveries of the stolen items across the state. He said the success of the recovery was based on intelligence, encouraging members of the public to always share useful information with the Nigerian police force.
His collections of recoveries of stolen items, suspected stolen items from different places in Akwa Ibom State. Based on intelligence available to the command, we were able to ransack those areas and are able to come up with these recoveries as you are seeing. We urge members of the public whose items like these are missing to please come up with their proof of ownership and claim their items. The suspects that are arrested will soon be prosecuted for the offense they committed. I want to employ members of the public to continue to collaborate and give the police more information, useful information that will be able to track.
Rounded off with the reception of the National Association of Retired Police Officers of Nigeria, NAPRON, by the Commissioner on a courtesy visit for better welfare. The Commissioner of Police promised to look into their concerns.
Today, as was clearly stated in our initial letter to you, is to introduce not just the newly elected officers of the National Association of the Retired Police Officers of Nigeria, NAPA, in Akwa Ibom State.
I want to sincerely thank you, Mr. Chairman, and your members for having the foresight, for having very, very good relationship with the serving police officers in Akwa Ibom State, for also towing the path and line of honor in your dealings. While others are taken to streets to protest.
And moving now to Africa, where there is a relief in South Africa after months of disagreements. The country's lower house of parliament passed the last piece of legislation for its budget bill on Wednesday afternoon. According to a press release from the South African Parliament, it's between the ruling party, the African National Congress, and its biggest coalition determines how much money is allocated to government departments and national programs. On the foreign scene, the UN has said that it has 6,000 trucks worth of aid waiting to enter Gaza. Recall that the health ministry in Gaza said the Palestinians are not close to famine, but living in famine, describing the mass starvation across the region as disastrous. The Hamas-run health in famine. Describing the mass starvation across the region as disastrous. The Hamas-run health ministry said another two people have died of malnutrition in the past 24 hours, bringing the total number of such deaths to 113 since 7th October 2023. Meanwhile, the UN warned that the amount of aid reaching Gaza is trickle, saying the hunger food trucks were collected by the UN. And still on the foreign scene, EU states today approved a €93 billion package of United States fail. US President Donald Trump blindsided the European Union this month when he threatened a 30% levy on EU goods unless the two sides reach a trade deal by August 1st. Brussels and Washington appear to be inching towards a deal with a baseline 15% levy on EU goods, but the bloc is still forging ahead with detailed retaliatory plans in the event of no accord. Thursday's list include previously agreed levies on €21 billion of US goods, including soybeans. And still to come in the news, areas for £15 million. Stay tuned for details of this in a moment. Welcome back to the news on Spectrum TV, and many thanks for staying tuned. We move over to the rest of the news stories. On our business news, the federal government was carried out in compliance with the Debt Management Office Establishment Act 2003-2004. The offer comprises of two reopenings of previously issued federal government bonds. 20 billion naira is being offered for the 19.30% FGN, April priced at 1,000 naira with a minimum subscription of 5,000 naira and additional investment of multiples of 1,000. The stock exchange market has surpassed the parallel market with a 2 naira data published by the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN). It showed that the exchange rate for the naira rose to 1,000, depreciation for the naira, but the naira appreciated to 1,535 naira per dollar in the parallel. In health, the federal government has launched a renewed effort to eliminate bottlenecks in the administration of health insurance and compensation schemes. From public servants, the government also vowed to enforce zero tolerance for bureaucratic inefficiencies that undermine the welfare of workers injured or killed in the line of duty. The move was announced at agency coordination and weak operational knowledge that continue to hinder access to entitled benefits for civil servants. And to sports now, where for an initial £15 million European qualification. The 27-year-old winger moves to Molliers on a 4-year deal with the option of a further 12 months. He will take the number 10 shirt left by Matthews Cunha after his £62.5 million move to Manchester United last month. He has 31 caps for Colombia, won the Copa Libertadores with Fluminense in 2023, and leaves having played 229 times for the Brazilian side. And still in sports, Pervis Estopian has joined Italian side AC Milan from Brighton and Hove Albion in a deal worth £17 million, including add-ons on a deal until 2030. The Ecuadorian international defender has been a regular for Brighton since joining the club from Villarreal in 2022, scoring 5 goals in 104 games. Estupiñán was part of the squad fight for the European football for the first time in their history in 2023, before they were knocked out by the Europa League by Roma in the last 16. The left back last season made 34 appearances as Seagulls finished 8th in the Premier League. On our entertainment news, Nigerian singer Ayodeji Balogun, also known as Wizkid, has surpassed 9 billion streams across all credits on Spotify. He becomes the first African artist to hit this milestone on the platform. According to reports, Wizkid's most streamed song on the platform is his collaborative hit with Canadian powerhouse Drake and the British star Kyla. One Dance with 3.7 billion streams. The song is among the top 10 most streamed songs of all time on Spotify. The song also holds the Guinness World Record for being the first single to surpass 1 billion streams on the platform. And that's all we have for you at this time. Do ensure to follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website, spectrumtvlive.ng. You have been watching Spectrum News at 4. I am Rita Enong. Enjoy the rest of your day.